Taken out of context.
Taken out of context.
Taking things out of context.
Out of context.
Taken out of context.
Taken out of context.
In the context.
We have more context.
Out of context.
Taken out of context.
That is so out of context.
You're taking it out of context.
No, hey, hold on. So we're going to flesh this out because I don't want nobody saying we don't take things in context.
Clipped me out of context.
It was out of context.
It's hard for your words to be taken out of context.
In a modern day context.
Tell me the context.
Another important reminder as to why context is so important. So,
hello, all you beautiful people and friends. Welcome back to Straight Out of Context. I'm Barbara Ann. Fair use disclaimer and free speech disclaimer.
Out of context
has more context than just the regular standard
creator.
I don't care.
I don't know why I bother people so much. Like, all I'm doing is just talking about what I'm watching on Netflix.
Through my life, yes, she taught me how to be a good liar. A very good liar without any conscience.
This is actually kind of the first time I've been honest. Besides being honest, with my attorneys. Even that, I haven't been completely honest with them.
I am a horrible person.
We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Oh no. See, we're judging. Gypsy posted a video of baby Aurora getting into Ken Urker's Magic the Gathering cards. About a year ago, Gypsy Rose spent over $400 buying him an exclusive Lord of the Rings entire box set of Magic the Gathering cards. But see, what I find interesting about this is this commenter says to Gypsy, you're using that same exact voice with your own daughter that you used to manipulate Nicholas Godejohn, your mom, Ryan Anderson. Again, showing a repeat of her psychopathic, sociopathic behavior and her patterns of behavior. Be a damn grown-ass woman and mother and put the shit up where the baby can't get to it. You don't have to make content about that. In fact, I have questions. Where the fuck is Ken Urker? Is he hiding in a closet again? Does she keep him locked up in a kennel somewhere? I hope she doesn't forget to give him food and water, because that would be abuse.
I know that I have a big platform now, and let's see what I can do with it. Yeah. I'm going to try to create some change and, be a voice for the voiceless.
Gypsy's Toothbrush page. This video has a very good point. Yeah, she said all kinds of shit about being an advocate. I'm not going to relive my trauma for you. I'm not going to advocate. You guys pushed me into it. No, I didn't. I have a big platform and I want to be a voice for the voiceless. The one time she tries to advocate, everybody made fun of me on the internet. Grifting is as grifting does, because Gypsy Rose Blanchard simply doesn't know how to just fucking stop. Remember when she said she was off of social media and that she wasn't going to post anymore? Y'all got what you want. Leave me the fuck alone. While she's simultaneously dry begging and dry humping for you to not leave her alone. She wants your views. She wants your clicks. She wants all the good comments, the ass-kissery, the placating, all of it.
Okay, so I know y'all loved my clothing haul from Walmart, so I got some things from their spring collection.
No, we don't. Let's talk about why you drink so much alcohol. Let's talk about how Ken drinks alcohol and then drives. Let's actually be honest and transparent here. Having friends that do nothing but advocate for you to go out and get drunk while driving yourself to events. And this is against nobody that has alcohol issues. But I just want to bring this to your attention. Alcohol is in fact classified. Yes, classified as a poison. Go ahead and feel free to Google, is alcohol a poison? The answer is yes. And yeah, it's legal. So is marijuana in many states. So is cigarettes. And yet cigarettes have carcinogens that cause cancer, premature birth, health issues, and developmental issues in utero for fetuses. There's lots of things that are habit forming that's bad for you, bad for your body. But when we look back at just the last couple of months, Gypsy has not hid the fact that even when they've had the baby, her and Ken have both been out drinking. Now, presuming that Ken is the one who drove them to a dinner date downtown New Orleans somewhere, why is there so many drinks between the two of them? You're telling me Gypsy had 6 drinks herself? Or they're shared between the two? That means somebody's driving intoxicated. And I would really hope that they wouldn't be making decisions like that. But I think they are, because she's chopping at her own wigs again. You don't see the giant piece that's cut right in the middle sticking out. But I just have this question. Gypsy, what are you doing? What in the fuck are you actually doing? Now you're a professional alcoholic. Okay, so that's your new shtick. Is that your new niche? Want to be a cool party girl because you didn't do that enough, stealing your mom's medications, you know, trying to commit crimes for 4.5 years, manipulating a young autistic man to do it for you because you don't have the fucking balls to do it yourself, trying to make it look like life is so great, yet you got 3 lives on your hands. You got that blood on your hands. But it's no coincidence to me. She's not looking very good. She's not looking very healthy. Not in my opinion anyway. But to have all that blood money, to sit there and to lie and to kill, to manipulate, to steal, hurt so many creators in the last 2 years, try to attack people's channels, their platforms, while bragging that you have one, when you know the truth is, you don't deserve a fucking thing you have. At all. You didn't work for it. You did not earn it, and you don't deserve it. It's like she's trying to say, look at me, I'm living this different life than what I had with my mom. Is drinking having a better life? Having to use substances or alcohol? You would think this wouldn't be the case for somebody who had a self-admitted opiate and Xanax addiction. And we know that Dee Dee went to the police at least twice and reported her medications missing from somebody who self-admittedly had a Suboxone issue while she was incarcerated. You would think we wouldn't be seeing this kind of behavior, right? I do know one thing is for certain, though. The truth is out there. It's done. That is done. That is over. The truth is out there. And if you want it, it's there. It's available for you. I've single-handedly made sure of that. Other people have single-handedly made sure of that. That's not just a fact. That is a born truth. All the backlash she receives comes from her own actions, words, choices, and behaviors. And the way that everybody flipped from supporting her to not supporting her, well, that's on her too. But what nobody tells you is becoming a parent, yeah, it's very sacrificing. It's very selfless. You don't get paid, and you don't get pat on the head. You don't get gold stars for being a, quote, good mom, unquote. You're expected as a woman to naturally be a good mom. And we see her doing things like leaving her daughter with a stranger for days on end to go on a vacation, leaving her daughter to do TikTok collabs with people half her age. It truly is that kind of behavior, that clown, loser fucking behavior that her and her friends and her associates and people that talk to her and help her and all of this bullshit run her Facebook groups for her. That's the type of shit that pisses people off, because instead of spending the last couple years doing anything positive or proactive, no, she only cares about making money. And that's fine, but be fucking honest about it, okay? Be honest about it. Instead of lying, fabricating, altering, secretly planning attacks, copyright strikes, video takedowns, group infiltrating on Facebook, she could have put all that time and energy into actually becoming a better person, actually having accountability and remorse. But you can't have that if you don't naturally feel it. And psychopaths and sociopaths don't have that mental capacity. They just don't. Their brains do not function the way that normal brains do. I have never seen a woman almost 40, like Gypsy, throw away money at just stupid shit. She's just like literally throwing money at the dumbest shit. Walmart clothing haul just to what? Brag? To have some kind of content? Nobody gives a fuck, Gypsy. None of your shit has actually gone uber viral. The only thing that made you go viral once was the fact that you got out and you're a fucking liar. Chew on that shit, because that's what's real.
All this can be found at Walmart right now. So I'm going to try all of these on and see how I like to fit. First outfit is this cute pink button up top. I did pair it with light wash jeans and white strappy heels and bangled bracelets. So I think all in all, this is a really cute outfit for spring. I like it a lot, and it's so me. Next is this strappy sundress. I think it's cute. I plan on doing family pictures sometime soon, and so I think that this would be a good option for family pictures. What do you think? Drop me a comment below. This one is giving like elegant vibes. I really like this one. This would be like a great date night dress even. I think it's so pretty and flowy and elegant. I love it. Okay, this one is kind of like a skirt dress. So it actually has shorts underneath it, but I I think it's cute. It's great for festivals. Festival season is right around the corner, and I'm looking forward to it. So this would be cute to wear for a festival, honestly. And lastly is this denim pink jacket. I don't particularly like it. I don't like how it looks per se. That could just be me and my personal own taste. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, but other people might. But yeah, all in all, I think their collection of spring clothes is really cute. Drop in the comments what was your favorite outfit, and yeah, so give me a like, give me a follow, and stay tuned for more cute clothing hauls.
So, newsflash, we are such massive, I think we are massive Gypsy supporters. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, we are massive Gypsy supporters. So we're on the hunt to find Ken, which is her boyfriend, today.
Here's a newsflash. Nobody gives a fuck if you support Gypsy Rose Blanchard or not. Nobody gives a fuck if you think you're super extraordinary, unique, creative, revolutionary by supporting a murderer. This is the biggest grift of all. Like I have always said for 3 years, the people closest to her are the people that are grifting. They are. It's just simply the truth. They want clout, monetization, they want the views. And yes, even her friend Bree had over 52,000 followers on her first main account after becoming friends with Christy and social climbing her way into Gypsy's inner circle, which is fucking weird in and of itself. But one thing that you are not going to find in this community is a whole lot of integrity. You're going to find a whole bunch of loser-ass clowns just like Gypsy, because psychopaths and sociopaths like her, they attract that same exact negative energy right to them, like a fucking giant magnet. A magnet that attracts nothing but fucking flies and piss and shit and lies and corruption and evil. And I'm not going to hold back my thoughts. I don't advocate for anybody to make fun of her chromosome disorder. I don't advocate for anybody to go and actively try to hurt her or her daughter or her family. But you know what? Fuck this bitch. Fuck this bitch all the way. She is going to cross the wrong person one day. And like I said, for all she knows, she already has. It doesn't matter what you put on, doesn't matter how much weight you lose, it does not matter what kind of wig you have on, it doesn't make you better looking, and it doesn't make you prettier. Sorry, I'm just gonna say it. It makes you desperate.
If we still talk, I'm not gonna answer if we still talk. I'm not gonna answer if we still talk. I did a poll that says, what do you think?
Still grifting off the whole, what do you guys think? Am I talking to her? Am I not talking to her? Is it a hush-hush secret? Or are we really not in communication because Ken won't let her talk to me? Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. This guy actually thinks that he had a chance of being on Baz.
I just think that people have misunderstood me for so long because they think that I've just been like going to bat for Gypsy.
Because you have. You literally have. I really don't think people misunderstand anything. I think they've actually had your number for a long time. Have you ever read Reddit? I'm the only dumb motherfucker that gave this person any kind of grace for her addiction, but everybody was fucking right. Everybody was right. And I was the one saying, no, we don't see any proof of that, so we can't say that, right? And trust me, after 17 years of being on fucking opiates, 10 years of that being on Suboxone, and just getting out of a detox center myself, you're damn straight that I know no. But even I wouldn't jump to any conclusions or assumption without seeing the actual proof or hearing it from the person. But misunderstand, absolutely fucking not. Do I think Bree is innately a bad person? No. I think she's a broken, isolated, troubled person, clearly. And that's exactly the type of person that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is attracted to and is attracted to her. Because Gypsy's false story and false narrative psychologically makes people see the brokenness in them and project it onto her. Therefore, they have to be her protector. Therefore, they have to be her defender. Okay? This is an almost 40-year-old fucking woman. She doesn't need a defender. She doesn't need a protector. But here's the truth and the reality of that is Bree is the only person that put herself in that position. Okay? So if people misunderstand you or you perceive people as misunderstanding you, well, that's based on you. That truly is based on what you put and allowed out into the world via social media. If she was such a positive influence and such a positive friend, you wouldn't be so deep in your own addiction. That's just the truth, right? She would be advocating for you to do something like inpatient treatment, therapy, some kind of rehab. But she hopped her stupid ass up on a whole fucking live panel with Sheena and was like, oh, thank you so much for defending Bree. Okay. But why aren't you? Because she's a psychopath and a sociopath who does not give a fuck about Bree at all. And she never has. And that proved it. So the only real misunderstanding is the actual relationship between Bree and Gypsy. And that's just my opinion on that. But I don't wish any ill for Bree. I hope her the best. You guys know this. You have known this. I've covered this so fucking extensively. I don't think she's an innately bad person. But when you make the choice to come on the internet and say all the shit that you did, you better be prepared for people to say some shit back, especially when you are targeting or directly responding to or antagonizing, instigating with certain creators. That's just it. Addiction issues, anything else is not an excuse for negative bad behavior. If you have poor mental health and your addiction, you're deep in the throes of your own addiction, stay the fuck off the internet. You're an adult and you should be making that choice because you know you're not mentally or emotionally in a place where you should be engaging with social media or the internet because it's bad for you or it's just exacerbating those issues for you. Okay. So it's not an excuse. It's not a justification. Hold yourself accountable. Maybe that little bit of accountability would go a long way instead of literally getting bailed out of a jail just to come to the internet and flip everybody off and then say you're losers and that everybody else is the reason why you were caught with methamphetamine. And even then, I'm still such an understanding and forgiving person as long as you're not committing crimes or putting civilians or innocent bystanders out in public at risk or innocent children, right? I don't wish her any bad or any ill or anything like that. In fact, I wish her the best, but God, she says some dumb shit sometimes. First of all, there is a darkness in everybody, anybody. All 8.3 billion people are capable of killing another person. Whether or not you would make the decision to plan it, orchestrate it, and carry it out is a totally different thing. That is the fundamental difference between knowing right from wrong and choosing to do right. Not lie, not scam, not con, not scheme, not grift, try to cover up and hide and lie about your crime and your planning. But it's ironic that somebody who has struggled with their own mental health and their own addiction issues is sitting there talking about somebody else having a dark side. What the fuck do you think smoking or snorting methamphetamine is? Is that your bright side? Are you doing that on live for everybody to see? Is that a positive thing? No. Again, proving that everybody has a dark side. Everybody has that capability. Everybody has that free will and that nature that could be swayed one way or the other. The difference is your environment, your upbringing, and who you are at your core. Are you a good person or are you a bad person? The darkness is in the little bitch who spent 4.5 years trying to kill her mom just to manipulate somebody else to do it. Somebody with autism, because she's too much of a fucking pussy and doesn't have the balls to fucking kill somebody herself. That person shouldn't be free. That person has a darkness. That person has a darkness so fucking deeply ingrained in the very fabric and core of who they are that she's a danger to society. She's a danger to her own child. She's a danger to her own family. But like Gypsy fashion, she likes to do things by proxy, by third party. So she's twice removed from the act of the crime or the lie or the having to say or do. She lets her little dummies and morons come and do her shit for her because they're dumb enough to do it. The only thing that has been even slightly interesting is her psychopathy and her sociopathy. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less, because it does prove that those types of cluster B personality disorders can lead to crime. And it shows a pattern of criminal behavior. It shows a pattern and a repeat of familiar traits and behaviors, even across an almost 4-decade lifespan. And that, yes, females can be small and petite and tiny and itty bitty to be a woman and still be a fucking psychopath and a sociopath. And that case study is a real case study. It's not exclusive to Gypsy Rose Blanchard because of her crime and because of her lies, but because she's a psychopath and a sociopath. And that's my opinion.
And if there were more people like me and like the people that come in here every single day and support what I'm doing and are right there with me, if there were more people like us, maybe we'd live in a little bit better world.
That was the most delusional thing that Bree has ever said, because we know what she was secretly doing. But what's even weirder is Gypsy Rose Blanchard keeping her piss stick for over 1.5 years. This, literally. this. Do you realize how fucking ridiculous it is that you champion this? A killer, a liar. I don't care what you think she looks like. I don't care how much weight she loses. I don't care how short she is. She's the worst and the most dangerous of them all. And the reason why is because she's able to manipulate and convince people with her smallness and her womanhood and her whiteness into believing not only that she's not dangerous, but that she's not capable of killing.
Heather asks, did she really tell Nick he could essay their future daughter? No. Never once did she say, yes, you can. She said that was what Nick wanted to do. Never once did she say yes. She actually broke up with him when she said that. When he said that.
And then Nick told you at one point that if y'all ever had a daughter together, he would take your daughter's virginity at 13.
Correct. We had a huge argument after that. I broke up with him. I'm like, I'm done. I called him a bunch of names. I was like, I am never gonna let you do that.
If we have a girl, the way it has to be is if we have a girl, she has to lose her virginity to you because you are the master of the household. I'm gonna have to explain that to her whenever she comes of age where it's time to explain it. Like when she's 7, I won't explain that, but around 13.
Oh, she's a rage baiter now, because what do you mean mother-daughter edition? Also, did you guys see this?
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck.
Mom and daughter edition, go. Who takes longer to get ready in the morning? Who is more dramatic? Who is funnier? Who exercises more? Who usually gets the last word? Who takes up more space in the bathroom? Who is more expensive?
Honey, it don't leave me alone. If I'm walking around in the house, it's attached to my leg, walking with me. Sometimes I can't even turn around because her head's in the crack of my ass.
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck.
Yeah, being a rage baiter doesn't quite work when you're convicted of murdering your own mom. Putting a mentally disabled man in prison for the rest of his life where he's going to die and causing his mom to kill herself. You kind of forfeit the right to have any kind of positive notoriety or positive fame or infamy or really anything for that fucking matter. You forfeit the right to all of it, and you are going to be subject to not only harsh judgment, but to public opinion. And that's exactly what has happened in the case of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. So she wants to sit there and boo-hoo, everybody recognizes me. It's so bad that she has to turn to alcohol, clearly, because she's been drinking a lot in the last few months. But what's weird is that this is not typical behavior for somebody who's almost 40. You know, most people really calm down by that time. Oh, but she was a teenager who didn't get to have her teenage years. The fuck she didn't. She was popping those fucking Vicodin and them Xannies so damn much that her mother had to Google how the fuck to help her and had to report it to the police twice. She was a full-grown woman smoking cigarettes. Hello, she left them all over the fucking driveway. There's just something innately about Gypsy Rose Blanchard that just rubs me the wrong way. I don't trust it. My God instinct, my gut, my intuition, all of it. Don't trust her. I knew it 3 years ago. I know it today, and I've never been wrong. And with everything we know, with everything that I have obtained from Greene County, Missouri Highway Patrol, County Clerk, all the Freedom of Information Act requests that I have all my documentation for the last 3 years, I know I'm right. It's why I dug in and did not let go. This monster, this creature, she's not a good, safe, or sound person to ever be around. And she is a danger to society. But first and foremost, she's a danger to the people closest to her. I think she will re-offend. It might not be murder, but she's going to get better at hiding it, lying about it, and covering it up. Watch. Criminals like her don't change their stripes. They get better at hiding them.
All right, not sorry.
Call a spade, honey. Keep making content.
Happy Easter and happy Passover, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Please like and share. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, and I will catch you all on the flip side.